The market is a total snooze fest, consolidating for the second day in a row as the bulls get ready to hit the gas again. This is Invest with Jacob. All right, guys, so as I mentioned, the market was pretty boring today, testing the highs and lows, unable to break through either, and trading in a pretty tight range today. While this doesn't change our bullish outlook, it does change the way we look at our wave 4 just a little bit. Now, I'll get into that in just one second, but first, if you're new here, welcome to the show, guys. My name is Jacob Gabbard, and this is Invest with Jacob, where we use Elliott Wave Theory to break down the S&P 500. I highly encourage you to hit that subscribe button down below so that you can get our daily S&P updates, our trade setups, and our buy alerts. All right, guys, so the market traded sideways, as I mentioned, and it does have the preliminary makings of a C wave, but not really. It's really looking like we might trade in a wave 4 flat here. That's best seen on the charts, so let's jump in and take a look. Okay, guys, so here we are on the 5-minute futures chart, and I zoomed in today because nothing's really changed in the bigger picture count since we've been just trading sideways the last couple days. So I wanted to zoom in on the micro count a little bit and show you guys what we're looking at. So off the top of wave 3 here, we've been consolidating across the screen here sideways for 2 days in wave 4. And really, the market needs to make a decision the next day or two. This wave 4 is dragging out a little bit long, and it needs to decide if it's going to go ahead and pull back and reset or if it's just going to break out from here. Now, given the structure and how we've kind of stayed in this tight range, I do believe we might get a wave 4 flat trading sideways where we have A down, B up, and then we would expect it to come down to about this A range in that 4770 area, maybe test that one more time and bounce and accelerate up from there towards that 4850 to 4900 region to complete wave 3 of 3. So that is option A that we're looking at, is just a wave 4 flat. A, B, C, we stay in this bull flag. It doesn't really break down below it, and then we move up from there. The second option is the count we've been tracking the last couple days where we get a C wave down and a wave 4 pullback that makes more sense structurally. This is more of a time correction than a pullback correction. And the alternate count would be the standard correction where we get A down, B up, and then C would extend down further here toward our 4743 to 4711 targets. And what we see on here is off of this high today that did not break the all-time highs, that can be considered our B wave. And we do have the consideration of a 1-2 setup for C. Remember, C waves are 5-wave moves. So we would be looking for 1-2, and then this really needs to start accelerating down and break this low, and thus we're getting like an ABC, maybe push a little higher before we come down, so it could do that. But what we're really looking for is to stay below this high and then break this low right here. So if we can stay below this high and then break down below this low here, that would put us in wave 3 of C, targeting either 4743 or 4711. Given the lack of depth in A and the confluence we have here at the 2.0 extension of where these waves are right now, I would say that 23.6 at 4743, okay? I would say that that's our primary target, and if it pushes through that, then we would look towards the 4711 target down here, the 38.2 fib. It's kind of a little hard to see in the gray, but you have that, you have the top of the pivot, and you also have the 3618 of this 1-2 setup down here, so a lot of confluence and support down here. Really would expect that to hold as a worst case scenario, but the way I see it tracking right now, it is looking like a wave 4 flat, as I said, consolidating and correcting in time more than in depth. So if we get that, we would look to hold this low here or in this area, maybe slightly lower, but hold this area around 4770 and shoot up from there to start the final wave of wave 3 of 3. But if it does break this low, then we would look for it to accelerate further down toward this 4743, 4711 area. Either one of those targets would be acceptable, and they both have very strong support with a lot of fib confluence in those areas. So that's really what we're tracking today. Not a whole lot has changed other than my primary viewpoint on this is we're probably going to be a flat going across as opposed to the C wave down. But really, it's going to come down to whether we break out over the highs first or break this low first as to which path we are taking. We did open half a position long today at the close, just in case they do trade this flat, okay, and start to accelerate higher. We don't want to be left behind in the overnights if we get a big move up going into the morning. And if they do pull back, then we will just buy our second half of our position when it bounces and cost average down, and then look for that wave 5 up towards that 4850, 4900 area. All right, guys, pretty simple analysis today, pretty short and sweet. If you like the information that I put out in these videos and you want real-time market updates from me, you need to get in my Facebook group. There's a link down in the description. Go ahead and click that link, and it will take you over to Facebook. Now, when you get to Facebook, you need to get approved to get into my Facebook group. The only thing I ask is that you subscribe to my YouTube channel. So hit that subscribe button, come on over to my Facebook group, ask to join my group, and I will get you in there. And here's how you get the most out of it, okay? I don't use the Facebook group for communication. I use it just to kind of gather everybody in one place. So if you hit this featured tab right in the middle and you scroll down, you will see a link to my documented trades. And I told you I would update those today, and I fell short. I got busy and I completely forgot about it. I will definitely make sure these are updated tomorrow. That was my fault, guys. But you'll see a link to my documented trades. This is almost everything we've traded since the channel started. I will update that today. Scroll down just a little bit further and you'll see a link to my Slack channel. Now, Slack is just a free chat channel, and I am on there all day during real-time market hours, giving you market updates, telling you which path we are on, what's most likely, what our support and our resistance is. I answer all of your questions. I give out my buy and my sell alerts. It's a talented group of traders from the very beginner to the very expert, and it's an awesome place to learn or improve your trading. All right, guys, so come over and let's make some money together. Key takeaways for today, guys. It's basically a race. Who wins? Do the bulls get it above this high first, or do the bears break this low first? So 47.96, or essentially the all-time highs at 47.98 on the futures chart. If we break through that, okay, then it is going to be a flat consolidation and we're off to the races. If they decide to come down and break this low at 47.70 first, then it is more likely we're in that C wave down towards this 47.43 to 47.11 target. All right, guys, that is the market update for today. I will talk to you tomorrow.